Hello, friends. How are you? I hope you are all well. Well, this will be a third video in my WIP parade. So if it's the first one that you're watching, there's another two before this one. There's the first one with full coverage, and there's a second one with non-full coverage. Now this is the third one. This will have my stamped kits and my finishes for 2025. Now, if you do like stamped kits, there are more than these ones. I'm stitching in more than these ones, but the other ones, I've put them in the first video where I show my full coverage because they're bigger. So here I'm only going to show the smallest ones. So if it's the first time that you're here, welcome. If it's not the first time, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking some time. I do hope you will enjoy what you're seeing. I'm Sophia. This is Sophia Stitching Love, a channel where I share my hobby, one of my loves, and that is cross stitched. Um, so, are you ready to see my stamped kits? What I've been stitching? All and the light keeps changing. I never record at night time, so the first time. I don't know why this happens. So let's go into it. Not that I have that many left to show, but you shall see. This is a copy of the dimensions. No, I think I'm going to try to show you this side. This is called Christmas Traditions. I bought it at AliExpress. I'm going to show the back so you can see more or less what is stitched. It's kind of this top part here. I've done some of the back stitch, not all of it. It's small, but it does have quite a lot of work on it. This is 126 by 196. It uses 30 colors, 16,384 stitches. That's what it will have when it's finished. And do I have any? Yes, that I stitched 37.44%. I also use the digital pattern on this one. That's how I know all those numbers. It's a very pretty picture. I can't wait to have it on my wall. Now, this one has lovely, lovely colors. The one that I've got to show you. I don't have any digital patterns for this one. I'm not sure where I bought it. I bought it in one of those sites that sells stamped kits. If you need, I will find out for you. Let me know in the comments if you want more details, and I will find them for you, but I don't know them at the moment. This is 187 by 187, so it's a square one. It will have just under 35,000 stitches once finished, and it uses 35 colors. So what I've stitched is this corner here. You can see it at the back. And I love it. This was the second project that I used to stitch when I was traveling. I've not been traveling lately, so I've not been stitching on it, but I do need to do some more stitching because I really love this picture. I think it's so funny. So bright colors, so happy. That's why I call it Happy Village, because it didn't have a name. I'm sure it didn't. I think I gave it a name. So in this one, I don't know. I think I did more or less 1800 stitches. I'm not sure. It's just an idea. Now the next one is a copy of the dimensions. And again, I decided to start it on a special day when I was traveling. I didn't have to drive. So I stitched, you can see from here, a little bit. But I'm not too sure if I will carry on with it as it is. And the reason why is because I don't like all the white that we'll have when I wash it, like the non-stitched areas. So I think I would rather them to be or either a green or a cream or more brownish. I'm not sure. I will have to play with it to find out. But I probably will be washing it and then stitching on it, or either restarting it in a linen. I'm not sure. But I don't think I will carry on as it is. I love, love, love the design. There's nothing wrong with the kit. It's just that I don't want all that white. So this has 42 colors. Once finished, it will have 27,960 stitches. The next one is a beautiful landscape. I love it. It's called Early Morning in the Countryside. This is a design from a lady called, I think, Elena Lartsova. I bought her digital pattern, but then instead of grabbing all the materials and everything, I just bought a kit from AliExpress to make it easier to just start. What I stitch is again at the top. You can see here some greens, some whites, and some blues. It's not very clear in here, but it will be lovely when it's finished. This is an 18 count Aida, with just under 22,000 stitches once finished. And because I have the digital pattern, I'm able to tell you that I done 7.76%. Now the next one is a copy from, as I mentioned, I bought this for my mom because she only likes stamped kits. She doesn't like to do counting stitches, but there was a day that I was bored and I think I was outside and I wanted to do something, well, not bored, I was tired and I wanted to do something just very easy. And I grabbed this one. I didn't do all this stitch in one day, but then as I started it, I carry on with it. This is a very well-known dimensions kit. It's called Parrot tulips, and it will have 47,000 stitches more or less once finished, and it uses 47 colors. I also have the digital pattern for this one, so I'm able to tell you that I have 8.11%. But I wasn't guiding myself by the digital pattern. I was just using the stamped kit on its own. The last one that I've got to show you, and the last one, but as I said to you, if you do like stamped kits, please watch my first video. This is spring stamp kit. I heard so many good things about this brand that I wanted to try it. And yes, it is true. It's lovely. I don't know if this is a copy from any designer. I hope not. I haven't seen it anywhere. And what I've done is here at the corner, I may just bring it like that so you can see it. It's here. It's this purples, blues, and reds and oranges in here. This is a lovely picture. And I really like these materials. The fabric is great, it's not very stiff. The threads are really nice. I think they are Egyptian cotton. They're very nice to use. And the print is very, very clear. Very nice. This one is, do I have it written down? No, but you must say somewhere. Actually, I didn't recall that he uses, yes, it is 14 count. And he actually uses blended. He has 4 blended colors. And well, if you want to try a blend printed pattern, this is a good one. And it uses 84 color plus 4 blended, so it gives it 88 colors. So it will be stunning once finished. And the size is 281 by 281, so it's square. So that's my WIP parade finished now. In total, I do have 83 WIPs, and now I just have the finishes that I did this year to show you. So now the finishes that I have, oh, I've just damaged this frame. The first one I've got to show you is this one. This is a kit from Luca-S. Yeah, I've got the kit, the details here. All the materials. No, I've changed the fabric. I did change the fabric. The colors are not coming that nice. But try to hide behind. Yeah, I think they'll be better. It's called the Birds Spring. There's all the seasons. I actually have the autumn ones in my stash, but I haven't started yet. So this is 136 by 133. It uses 35 colors and it's lovely. If you need any more details, I can find them for you, or it's actually in some of my previous videos if you watch them. It's lovely. I really, really like them. I like the birds, the flowers. They're very nice. And I recall that I stitched this outside in the summer. Oh, it was very nice. The weather was so good. I'm recalling because now it's so rainy in here. I actually got a rain shower today. I got all wet. I had to do some blood tests as I was going into the hospital. Oh, I got all wet. It was very rainy with wind, and there was no way of being able to cover myself. Now, another finish that I had, it's in a similar flame, but it's totally different. It's this one. It's called Autumnal Houses. It's from my Brave Stitch, and I used a 14 count Aida. This is 130 by 130, round, and with 35 colors. Beautiful. I really, really love these colors. They're very nice. The other, like big designs, I've only have three, and the third one is this one. It's my bunny. I call it bunny. Oh, the colors. Colors are not coming very well. Maybe like that. I'm not sure. This is from Cross My Heart, and it's called Rabbit. I stitched it on an 18 count Aida, and I really like it. Look at these whiskers. They're very, very pretty. He's lovely. He's a lot of confetti. It's very confetti. Even here, you can't see it, but there's like loads of different creams in there. It's all stitched, even here with light creams. Maybe like that. Very, very nice. Now, I did as well some smaller ones. These ones came, I don't have much details on these ones. I stitched these ones for my daughter. I gave them. She had them as she started her school year. She had them in her bedroom at uni. And they're very sweet. This one says, "You're my pumpkin." And this one, "I believe in you." They're really nice. I did another small for her. This one, she uses this as a bookmark. It's very cute, very sparkly. This one had loads of beads, and I've changed them to, instead of beads, I use sparkling threads, so it wouldn't be as thick to use in the middle of her books. It's very nice. Again, as you can see, I love yellows. Now, I've got another two to show you. Not that I did the stitch, it was my mom, but I did the backstitch. My mom doesn't have patience or eyesight to do backstitch, so I do it for her. This is a dimensions kit. I don't have the details here, but if you need, let me know that I can find them for you. Just ask in the comments and I will find everything for you, but this is the dimensions. It has loads of backstitch. Actually, I did the backstitch and I did the French knots. Here in these flowers, there's loads of French knots too. Let's see if I can show you. And then the last one that I've got to show, again, is my mom stitch. This was my framing too, my DIY, and this one too. It's my DIY for the framing and my backstitch. I think it's called Rocky Point, if I'm not wrong. And again, it's another. Let me come back so you can see it in full. This is a dimensions. I did the backstitch and I did the framing. This is stunning when it's in the wall. The waves look almost like a picture. They look real. They're very, very nice. There's quite some stitching in here, but she has so much fun. Now my mom loves to stitch now. She just started after I did, and now my daughter is starting to. She is stitching 2 stamped kits at the moment. Well, she makes her relax. She doesn't want to do counting at the moment, so I'm okay with it as long as she's happy and she relaxes a little bit. And that's it, my friends. That's everything that I've got to show you for this WIP parade and finish parade. There's not many finished, but there's loads of fun hours. I just jumped as my daughter opened the door. I wasn't expecting. I know she was quite entertained in her bedroom. She knew I was recording, but I jumped. I'm really sorry. I don't know where I was. I do know that I just finished the WIP parade and everything. I'm sure I'm repeating myself. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch. I hope you liked it. I hope it was a nice time. You did loads of stitching while you were listening to me with all my bits. And I hope to see you soon again. Please leave me comments. I do need comments. That's the reason why I do the videos, is kind of to have friends, stitchy friends. So I do need you to say something to feel like this is a conversation that is happening. It's just not me chatting to a camera. But thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Keep stitching. Do lots of stitching if it makes you happy. It doesn't matter how many you start or how many you finish. It's just all it matters one day when we're going is that we were happy doing whatever we love. So be good, be kind, and be happy. Bye.